Now we have a Milken alumni parent who is not only the author of Street Smart Kids, Common Sense for the World, and Built to Bully, but an entrepreneur who enjoys sharing his experiences in order to help others. Ladies and gentlemen, the veteran of life, Gordon Myers.
Thank you. I'll be with you right now. LOL. Can't talk now. KK. We all make impressions on people, right? And these impressions start off when we're born. We have our limbs, we have all our organs working, and in fact, everybody perfect. Doesn't matter who you are. Your parents love you, you're perfect, you come out of the hospital, and then you go home. And home is where you pretty much get ruined. Your parents mess you up, your teachers, your friends, the media, and you grow up and you learn to do different things to adapt. When you adapt, you learn to develop certain skills. Now, we all have hardware. Hardware are our arms, our legs, our feet, toes, and everything. And we have software. Software is the brain. We all know that a lot goes on in the brain. And even at school, when you're doing biology, you learn how the lungs work, the heart. But the brain is just kind of there. It's too complicated. We liken our bodies to a computer, a machine, an amazing machine. Part of that machine is your hardware, your software, and then there's a new thing that not too many people are familiar with, and that is called your firmware. Firmware is something that allows one machine to talk to another. So because of our experiences in life, we learn to communicate with others, we learn to deal with situations. But there are three things that not too many parents know, and therefore their kids don't know. They don't know what it takes to be successful in life. We all define success differently, but we've been told throughout life we can be anything we want to be, we can do anything we want to do. No, we can't. Just sorry to tell you that. Why this is not working is a technical glitch. We have technical glitches. We can't do everything we want to do, and the reason is because we just won't do the things that we're supposed to do. What do I mean by that? There's a fact that to be successful, we need personal strengths and we need communication skills. Communication skills are not passive qualities, they're not virtues, and they're not character traits. These are things you develop as you grow with the help of your friends, the help of your society, and the help of wherever you can get it. They're core to a person's success, and the reason is that we've been told that throughout life that there are certain things that we should pay attention to. Now, we're all guilty of ignoring important information. We've heard the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Two heads are better than one. We've heard a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Everybody's heard of these. They've been around for decades. Grandparents, great-grandparents. But the wisdom in that is seldom really taken. We ignore this information. The most important one today is you can't lead a horse to water. You can lead a horse to water, but you can make him drink. We all know things, but we don't necessarily follow up. I happen to like YOLO. I come from a place which may be a little different to others. I've been through situations, I've had great times, not so great times, but I'm always having fun. Why am I having fun? I've learned to adapt. What am I doing right now? I'm having a blast. I'm really enjoying life. To put it into perspective, if you take your brain and you diagramize it, you'll see that we all have personal strengths, people skills. Those lead to critical thinking skills, which lead to life skills, education, and then business know-how. We live in a world where you need to do business, and the more you know, the stronger you are, the better the leader you are, the better you'll do in life. The inner strength to execute one's abilities in tough situations is known as personal strengths. Now, who has been on a cruise on one of those big ocean liners? Huge, huge vessels, right? Do you know that a 7-year-old can steer that ocean liner in calm waters? It's when the going gets tough, that's what separates everybody. Here are some important personal strengths. Take a quick look. There's 40 of them. Now, we've seldom seen these all written down in the same place. If we had, we could actually take one of them at a time, focus on them, and get strong. So things like excellence, trust, flexibility. It's quite ironic that I'm replacing Ben as the first speaker because his speech title is about trust, passion, self-control, and these are 3 of the actual personal strengths that we need to make just the best out of life. Like I said, nobody's perfect, but if you think about nobody's perfect, what does that really mean? It means there's something wrong with all of us, okay? Accept it. We all have things to work on. We all have things that we can do better. People skills, we've all heard about that. Oh, he's a great leader. He does really well. He has tremendous people skills. People skills are the same as communication skills. If you can't get your point across to somebody, or you just make a bad impression like you text when you're supposed to be giving a presentation, those are bad people skills. And bad people skills are what hold us back. You could be the most educated, intelligent, wonderful human being, but if you don't have the right people skills, you'll end up in a situation like we're all too familiar with. Anybody know an MBA that waits on tables? Anybody know a PhD that's maybe selling cameras at Home Depot or something? We meet these people all the time. They're not bad. They did everything they were supposed to. They got the hardware. They're physically fit. They take care of themselves. Software's working, unbelievable, but there's a breakdown in the firmware. They can't communicate. They have no confidence. They don't realize that they don't impress people. And so people push them aside. Now, the one important thing to think about successful people is that we can call them what we like, we can say what we like about successful people, but the truth of the matter is successful people are holding all the opportunities, right? Everybody needs a break in life. I don't care who you are. I've had my break. I know lots of people that got where they are because they got a break. So I'm telling young people, but older people alike, in order to get a break, you have to be the kind of person that somebody wants to give a break to. Does that make sense? Everybody? Good people skills, good personal strengths. You need to be able to go with the flow. And I'm going to give you a little idea here of what the most important people skills are. You need to be able to listen well. You've heard this before. Yet, while people are talking to us, we're talking over them. We're thinking about what we're going to say next, and we're not really paying attention to what they actually have to say. We don't look at people's body language. And then, worst part is, we give them some feedback that turns them off. It's just not what they wanted to hear from us, right? Parents, I'm a parent, 2 kids. I practiced this. Was I perfect? No. But I did everything I could to respect my kids and give them the sense that I cared about what they thought. I cared about their opinions on things. And so when I gave them feedback, not every time, mind you, they would appreciate it and say, oh, well, at least I have a voice, rather than do this because I told you so, or do that because you're a kid, etc. Engaging in dialogue sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? Who here is really comfortable talking to anybody? Can you talk to the CEO of a large company? Can you talk to the lady that's bagging your groceries? Can you engage with people to make them feel important no matter who they are? It's not about your position in life. Everybody knows that when you reach a certain status, you feel good about yourself and you feel confident and you can do whatever you want. And you treat people in such a way that you actually ignore their status in life. Everybody has a problem. Everybody is struggling with something. Everybody could use a little help. We're not going to talk about bullying today, but anytime you treat somebody unfairly because of your position versus theirs, you're bullying them, whether it's in the home, in the school, or at work. Resolving conflict is obvious. Receiving feedback. Who doesn't like being told what to do? Anybody? You all like being told what to do. So do I. I like people telling me things because then I learn, but I have the option to say no. Fact number 2, very important. Who here has a gym membership and doesn't go? Hey, but I'm in good shape, so I got a gym membership, okay? Knowing is not the same as doing. I can learn to fly an airplane by opening up the manual, finding out everything I have to do. Doesn't mean I can do it. And it's just not the same thing telling people I can do something, I will do something, I want to do something, I'm going to do something. So what? If you don't do it, it's just words. Anybody can learn, but the only way to actually prove it is to go out there and do it. You learn how to do it, then you do it, and you mess up, of course. We all mess up all the time, but then you practice. Going back to those proverbs, practice makes perfect. I was sick to death of hearing that as a kid, but it's true. What is action? You do something once, that means you've done it. Go to the gym one day, do a little exercise, and hey, I'm fit. No. You learn how to do it and you focus. You focus on one exercise at a time, one people skill, one personal strength. If you have a problem with commitment, forget everything else. Let's talk about commitment. Let's go out into the real world and practice it. Let's get ourselves in situations that test our commitment, test our trustworthiness, our confidence. Let's go and test who we are every single day, because when you practice it, you actually get the opportunity to reflect on what happened. What did I do? What happened? What did I do wrong? What can I do better? And then guess what? You go back and you repeat it. I'm not telling anybody anything new. I know that, but we ignore this. So when people say action speaks louder than words, it's true. Nobody plays the piano after 1 or 2 lessons. The third fact is that creating a new habit means rewiring your brain. Now, since you saw that little baby picture, to every point in your life, your brain is being rewired. Nobody gets up every morning and goes, what did I have to do? Brush my teeth. Oh yeah, gotta go brush my teeth. We do things automatically. We do a lot of things automatically. In fact, that's sometimes the problem, is we react in such a way that's comfortable. If I go and learn how to be a tough guy, and I learn, and I do it 2 or 3 times, and then I get myself in an emergency situation, I'm going to run away, right? Because that's what's comfortable. That's what I'm used to. So unless we're prepared to do things over and over and over again, so that we become actually in a habit, it's just such a habit, you don't even think about it, it's going to continue to be difficult. The current habits we have are our worst enemies because we keep referring to things that we learned. We learned things under extreme circumstances. Nobody had all the time they needed to teach us. They were busy. They didn't think you needed to learn that. They thought you'd be okay. You're going to have a lot of money one day. You'll be great. But did they ever teach you how to be patient? Did they ever teach you how to tolerate other people? Did they ever teach you how to accept things that you cannot change? Or how about changing the things that you cannot accept? So in order to become stronger and better, we have to commit. If you took 6 months of your life, turned off a TV, just stop doing all the things that you consider to be fun and necessary for 6 months, I figured it out. If you're going to live till 80 years old, it's less than 0.5% of your life. Imagine the investment, 0.5% for 99.9% of having fun. Life should be fun. I don't believe that you have to work hard, you have to struggle, you have to suffer, you have to be in pain. That guilt stuff doesn't work. Fun every day. All through my life, I've been making mistakes. I've been asking myself, why did that happen? What should I do? What do other people do that are not screwing up like I am? Why are some people having a good time while others aren't? And so I learned to do things that they were doing. It didn't happen overnight. I continued to do this. And I'm going to give you a great example. You all know somebody that's trying to lose weight, right? And they start the program, and then the program's no good, it doesn't work. You've all read a self-help book. Who has read a self-help book that was just blown away at how amazing the information is? Anybody out here have a book called Self-Help? It's called Shelf-Help. Put it back on the shelf. The reason why is that everybody out there, and there's thousands of people writing these amazing books, each and every one a gem. Why is it that we buy 5, 6 of these books? We watch videos, we read things. How is it that we're not successful? And how is it that we weren't able to follow the recipe in this book? The reason is because we want a quick fix. We want a button. There is no button, guys. We have to rewire our brains. A lot of those books, as amazing as what they are, we're just not ready for them. So what I'm talking about today is putting yourself in a position to be able to pick up a book and actually do what it says, because only one of those books can turn you into that person you want to be. In the beginning, anything new is difficult. We all know it's difficult. We all struggle. We all start things, give them up. You've all heard how easy quitting something is, right? It's easy to quit something. I do it all the time. As you learn these new strengths and skills, you have to accept the fact that in order to get the improvement you want, and it's different for everybody because we all have personal strengths and people skills because of one reason or another. The ones we haven't fully developed yet are going to take time. This is the part over here where we all get stuck and we give up and we quit. Right about here is where I have that donut while I'm on my diet. Right about there is where I lose my temper when I'm trying to teach somebody something. Right about here is where I realize that I just suck at this. I can't do it anymore. It's just taking too much time. But I continue and I struggle and I believe in myself and I look around and I say, if he can do it, if she's done it, why not me? And so I fight through this and I struggle until I actually rewire my brain. Now I'm going to go back to dieting again. I don't give things up, okay? I don't think anybody should say, oh, I gave this up. No, you didn't. You just don't do it anymore. It's a whole different frame of mind. You can build your life and grow your habits in such a way that bad things don't interest you anymore. It doesn't interest you to have twice as much food as you're supposed to because you just don't do it. You didn't give it up, you just don't do it anymore. And here's the good news. From a little baby to a senior citizen, if something's not working in your life, you can actually stop, you can go back to the one thing and focus on it, you can practice it, you can learn and reflect, and you can improve your personal skills and your communication skills. As mentioned in the very beginning, it's not the degree, because guys, we live in a world where having a college degree doesn't mean anything anymore. But if you don't have one, it's important, right? There's a lot of things in life like that. It's not that you have to have something to be successful. It's sometimes you just don't have to have it. Now, it's not that I'm here to tell you about all these things you have to keep doing, because we're all sick and tired of being told, oh yeah, you have to do this, and then you have to do that, and you're not doing this, why don't you do that? I'm just here to say, focus on what you don't have to do anymore. Just stop doing something that's not serving you well. In summary, we were all born with a toolbox. This toolbox is where all of these wonderful people skills and personal strengths are. We all have the same toolbox. The difference is some of us not to use the tools. Has anybody ever tried to fix something or build something with the wrong tools? Have you ever tried to screw in something with a kitchen knife because it was just too much effort to go to the garage and look for the screwdriver? Hey, it took you 25 minutes to do something. Had you gotten up, picked up the screwdriver, it was a 5-minute event. You can all relate. Just like the Oprah Winfrey show, you're all going home with a gift today. Don't look now, but under your seat is your very own toolbox. That's what it looks like. It's not that complicated. We all have about 40 personal strengths and about 25 people skills. Very manageable. All we need to do is look at that, pick one, focus on it, take it out into the real world, practice, 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 and everybody will become better in one way or another. And how can anybody deny that that would be great? Thank you very much.
Our first student